So how is what you're doing with the biohybrid electrodes, how will this get us closer to understanding something about the physics of consciousness?
Well, I mean, one thing that I think is true about consciousness is that there's a good chance that to really know, one will have to see it for yourself. I think that one of the problems that has made it so hard to study is it's not that it's magic or that there's like some metaphysical thing that makes it inherently impossible, but that there's no measurements that we can take that will tell us things. Because you can always, if you believe that intelligence and adaptive behavior is separate from phenomenal experience, then if you run a behavioral experiment in an animal, you can always see some explanation for what's happening without resorting to saying anything about consciousness. And when we do experiments in animals, we don't talk about what they see or perceive. We say they can use the information or they can learn the information. And so when you think about what experiments can you really run that would allow you to know if you've learned something, this often looks like, can we add a new sensory mode? It's also pretty tough to imagine a sense that you don't have, because again, evolution is very good at its job and it's really filled this available time and space. But for example, a sense that you don't have is a true vector sense. So the ability to see a field, like a 3D field out in the environment. And we don't have this because you don't have the sense organs to do this. We don't make measurements out at a distance. We only get measurements that arrive to you. If we had some way to get this signal, say from remote sensors or other things, what would a true vector sense feel like to experience? And so at the point where we can implement that and then make that available to you in the way that you see it, and you're like, yes, this was a new information and I'm experiencing it directly and I can use it intuitively and there's no other way I could have experienced this. I think that is like the type of proof of concept for knowing that you've gotten some of that model.